So we're gonna roll out some cinnamon roll dough, and I'm using plastic wrap. I wet the countertop first and put plastic wrap down because it's easy to get it off that way. It's also easier to roll it up. And just a little bit of flour on everything. This was a double recipe, so we cut it in half. I already used the other half and it started to expand. So put that down on there. And we'll add a little more flour. Make sure it doesn't stick. Notice I'm kind of pushing down from the center and working out. And we started with a longer glob of dough just to help make a longer rectangle a little easier. Okay? I don't get paranoid about how thick it is everywhere or how square it is. That's good enough. And then take some butter, melted butter, and smear that on everywhere, except we're going to leave this edge without butter so that it will seal the dough to itself better when we roll it up from this end. Okay, and it's time for the cinnamon sugar. Also, whatever's left in the bowl that I can't get on the dough, I use on the pan. Since it's in the brush anyway and I need to clean the brush. This is where the dough is going to be. I just clean my brush on there, and these are cut off ends. You'll see that happen on this batch in just a minute. All right, this is probably not the way my mother taught me to do it. It would have been measured, and it's probably about a half a cup of cinnamon sugar, I'm guessing. But I am spreading it on. I do remember watching, and I remember it went until the cinnamon sugar wasn't getting absorbed anymore. So I'm just using our cinnamon sugar shaker. And that's going to be plenty. Okay, I did check the recipe and it said 3/4 cup of cinnamon sugar. So that's roughly what it is, and it'll be good no matter what. So I'm taking the edge of the saran wrap to help fold that. Oop, that's my other cinnamon roll that's done in the oven now. So just getting it started. It's not exact, but it doesn't matter. It's going to roll nicely once we get that front edge started. If this dough had been in the refrigerator until the moment I rolled it out, that would have helped. I had this out a little bit longer, and so it's pretty soft. All right, so it's resting now on that edge that we did not put the butter on, so it's going to seal up better. Letting it sit on that for a minute till we get our pan close by. And now this is going to be in a circle. We're making it, you could do it in a log. I'm doing it in a circle, kind of like a wreath. And wrapping it around, situating it the way I want. These ends are going to get cut off. That's what happened here, so that it'll seal a little better. I'm using a serrated knife because I find that cuts through the dough a little better than a straight blade, but Okay, so here is the cinnamon roll that was in the oven already. This one got a little excited in the middle here. It doesn't usually break open like that, but it rose extra. And so this is gonna be a taller cinnamon roll. And we'll see what happens to the other one. So with the ends trimmed, now we're gonna just push these together. They won't go very well unless you pull a little over each end. It's not gonna matter much once it bakes, because it'll start to rise a little bit. But I do want that to seal because it'll help keep the cinnamon from leaking out as much, though it always does leak out some. Okay, so instead of starting there, I'm gonna start over here. We're slicing, just come in about a half inch away from the center, and I use my 2 fingers to help keep the other side somewhat together. It's going to flatten as we go around. Not cutting all the way through. Leaving this dough connected. But you can come pretty close. When I went over the seal that we made earlier, I didn't cut on the seal, I cut the side. Okay, this goes in at 350 for 20 minutes. So we're done with this now. We lift it up, and clean up is really easy. We're gonna just throw it away and wipe it down.